Hello and welcome to Inkscape for Teachers. In this video I'll be showing you how I created this cardoid using an envelope of line segments. So I'll start from a new blank document, show you how we did that. I'll control and mouse wheel up to zoom in, say to about there, and with the circles and ellipses tool I'll click that and control shift to drag a circle, drag down at about a 45-degree angle to produce a circle. Select tool, drag it up a bit. Now I want to have snapping tools turned on, or particular ones, and those are snap to smooth nodes including quadrant points of ellipses, so I'll click that on, and centres of circles or objects and rotation centres, both of those just to be safe. I think that should be enough. You can control all snapping by this master snapping switch up here. Now another ellipse, or another circle rather, control shift and drag perhaps one that size. I'll give it a red fill and remove the border, shift click the cross there, back to the select tool, there's a small dot. I want to snap the centre of that dot to the centre of the circle, and it has done it. If it doesn't, you can zoom in and you can get it to snap, and the confirmation message should come up midpoint to quadrant point. So that's what we wanted. But with that selected, click it a second time, you can see the rotation centres in the middle of the red dot. I want it to rotate about the big circle, so I'll drag this down until it snaps to the centre of the big circle. Any copies will also have that same rotation centre now. Now I could just click on that, under rotate it round say 6 degrees, get 60 of them around the circle, but that would take a little while. So I'm going to use tiled clones. Under edit, clone, create tiled clones. Sort of not really tiled, but we can use the tiling feature to effectively rotate. Leave it on P1, simple translation. Under the shift, we'll make it in these boxes here, -100 for the X shift per column and -100 for the Y shift per row. And we'll enter 1 in the columns here and 60 if we want every 6 degrees. Under rotation, you can see it's already talking about 6 degrees per column. You might have to enter that, I'm not sure, or whether that's just calculated from here, but make sure you've got 6 in there. And once you're done, click create, and it'll put all the circles around in one hit. I find that very useful, but it was a bit fiddly realising under this shift to put in these values there. Anyway, now we want to number the circles, so T for text box, or click this icon down here and click, and let's just type a 1 and maybe change the font to something a bit smaller, you know, say 8 point something like that. While it's selected, we'll centre it, make it centered text. If we alter it, it'll centre on whatever digits are there. And let's just drag it a bit roughly above there, shift click with the top red circle, and under alignment, control shift A to bring that up if you haven't got it there. Make sure last selected is there and click this icon, and that's centered above the top dot. Now we'll click that digit, click it again, and it's drag its rotation center down to the center of the big circle as well. There it is, it's snapped. Okay, and we're going to do the same as we did with the red dots. Select it, under the create tiled clones, if it's still there you can get it that way, or bring it up again under edit, clone and create tiled clones. But I'll use this box here. Make sure the settings are all the same, you can just leave it as it was and simply click create, and all the numbers will go round. Number 1 will anyway. But T for the text box, I'm now going to edit those. Yeah, it's selected. Now I was trying to edit that and it wouldn't let me because they're clones. We've got to unlink all the clones. Now you could go around and select each number, but if you just drag a marquee around everything, any clones in there will be affected. If we go to edit, clone, unlink clone, so that'll unlink them, because we can only change them by changing the original. If I click, now There's 2 ones there, I'll delete that. There might be 2 of those red dots, I'll delete one of those, yep. Okay, now T for text box, text tool lets us edit, so I'll change that to 2, 3, just keep working my way around the circle. I'll pause the video and complete that step. Okay, I've finished numbering, you can see I've got around to 60 there. Now the next step is using the Bezier pen tool, this icon here, or a B, and probably this works best if you zoom in a bit, because we're going to connect the centre of each red dot to the centre of the red dot whose number is double. So we're connecting numbers to doubles. So you should see it snap there. Sometimes it snaps to the wrong point, the node point on the ellipse. So what you can do is just take off everything, all the snapping, except for centres. We could leave that one on probably, but we haven't got a grid on, so that won't apply, and we haven't got guides, so that doesn't matter. So now if we hover, the only thing it'll snap to, even over here, is the centre of the dot. So click, and 1 joins to 2, click and enter to finish. Then 2 joins to 4, click, click, enter. 3 joins to 6, click, click, enter. I'll do a few of these. 4 joins to 8, 5 to 10, and so forth. Again, what I'll do, 6 joins to 12, enter. I'll do a couple more, and then 7 to 14, and 8 to 16. You can probably see the pattern developing. And again, I'll pause, I'll continue around the circle. You can see I'm well on the way here, but again I'll pause and continue. I should point out that once I've connected 30 to 60, I need to do 31 next. Double 31 is 62, but there's no 62. What you do is just subtract 60 or multiples of 60 until you get a number on the circle. So double 31 is 62, subtract 60 is 2, so we'll join 31 to 2. There we have it. I've finished connecting, going around all the dots and connecting them to their doubles, or if the double exceeds 60, subtracting 60 from it and connecting to that. Okay, now if you want to hide the dots, look, you could have used layers and done the dots in layers and hidden layers, but haven't got too many objects here, so what you can do is just select one of the dots, go edit, select same fill colour, and simply delete the red dots. And for the numbers, if you want to get rid of those, select one of them, again edit, select same fill colour, numbers are the only objects filled with black, and delete those, and that leaves us with our completed cardoid stitched using straight lines. So that's an interesting activity. What you might like to try is connecting each number to its triple or to its quadruple and see what sort of patterns you get. But it takes a while, but you really do need about 60 points to make a reasonable looking cardoid there. Again, students could perhaps do this in Inkscape rather than pen and pencil, which tends to get smudged. You could perhaps give them a template on paper or in Inkscape with just the dots and numbered, and get the students to do the rest perhaps on screen. Anyway, there's some ideas. Hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.